Oh yeah. Smells good. Smells like Christmas. Smells like Christmas. Anybody want a beer?
I appreciate it.
Want a beer?
I was gonna say, I appreciate it.
Yes, sir. I'll grab one here in a minute. Right there.
Melting your palm.
Yeah. On a nice winter's day, sticking my hand in the fire.
It's supposed to be cold tomorrow too, isn't it?
Yeah. Yep. Got a good cold front. Good cold front coming in. This is like the start of it today, I think. So, I'm gonna get the other cooler.
Just let him run the table.
All right, you ready? All right, we got Jacob Myers, the cradle robber. We got JT, the man who steps on snakes. And then there's Zach. I don't know a nickname for him yet.
We'll come up with one.
We'll come up with one.
We'll have one
Hopefully it's the man who shoots booners on public land.
Awesome. Yeah.
just let it run. I'm sorry. Oh, woo! We're in North Alabama on public land. We're camping up here near where Parker and everybody is from Southern Ground. We're gonna link up with them tomorrow. But we just got up here. We don't really know what we're gonna do yet, but we got some ideas. Got some good info from landowners, and we're probably gonna take a canoe in tomorrow, figure out what we're gonna do, and I don't know, figure out where the deer are and go from there. Never been here before, so this is all new. Now, Jacob, you say something. Well, kind of a crazy morning. Definitely didn't get in as early as we wanted to. I went to my original spot and there was a truck sitting in it. So, I could have still parked there and walked the other direction, but I don't like parking at gates that other people already parked at. So I came to a different area that we're calling the Ant Hill, and came way up in here. Saw a deer on the way in, little doe. Let me walk right up on her with the headlamp. That's pretty cool. But man, I got up in here and it was dog hair thick next to the river, privet. So I had to kind of fight my way through that, and then I made it up. There's a bench on this mountain behind me, and my goal was to make it to the bench, and I did. Get up here, couldn't really find any deer signs, so I was like, maybe I'll gain a little bit of elevation and just see what it looks like. So I gained a little bit of elevation, and gray light caught me, and I don't like moving at gray light because that's the time that the deer can see best. But now I'm just kind of sitting up in these rocks where I'm a little bit concealed and waiting for gray light to pass. Once gray light passes, I'm gonna get down and I'm gonna start heading down further into the swamp a little bit, see if I can get on some bedding or something. We'll see.
Alright guys, we are set up. It's me and JT in the stand, in the saddle. It's only, I don't know, 6:45 maybe, 7 o'clock. But we're pretty far in here in the swamp. It was hell getting in here. But it ought to be pretty good. There's there's water oaks everywhere dropping. And there's a lot of deer sign, a lot of trails. A bunch of privet in here. And I think the deer are bedding up along the water. There's a lot of privet by the water. And we're kind of in between two little waterways. So it ought to turn out pretty good. We'll see how it goes.
Well, none of this is what I expected, which is typical. Kind of pushed back in here and looking for oaks in this river bottom. There's not many. It's mainly like sycamores and walnuts and sweet gums is mainly what's down here. Very few oak trees, so very little deer sign also. I found a good oak tree that had a lot of acorns under it, but there's just no deer tracks, no deer scat, no nothing, no rubs. I found a little cigarette butt, which tells me that there's been another dude in here at some point in the recent past, because it didn't look very old. So, whatever. Just gonna keep on pushing, kind of poking around this area, see what's in here. Down here by the lake now. I'm finding a lot of rubs down here, but they're all old rubs. There's not a single fresh one. Finally found a nice grove of oak trees. There's a beautiful white oak here next to me. Big old trees. But, I mean, there's acorns on the ground, but again, there's just not much deer sign in here, which is pretty interesting. I'm wondering if this has been getting pressure during this hunt and the deer have just moved farther back in. Not really sure. Got some islands right out here. I'm about to sit here and actually just glass those islands and see if I can see something moving across them. So there's a series of islands out here that are actually, some of them are sizable, some of them aren't. But I've been getting some good intel on these islands that Parker has seen 2 big bucks either coming from or going to those islands. He steps out on one of them and finds a buck bed, bunch of buck sign. It's like very obvious that the buck's been living there. Here come some ducks. Oh wow, that's awesome. Anyways, found a lot of buck sign on that island, and we're thinking the pressure is pushing them onto those islands, and they're bedding there to just kind of get away from people. Jacob goes to knock on the door, talk to some locals, and he's like, the local guy was talking about this place. He gave us everything we wanted to know, really. He said that the bucks go to those islands, or the deer in general go to those islands early in the morning when people are walking in. So he said, if you're gonna do it, get in a canoe, and you need to be on the island set up like 2 hours before daylight, because those deer will be filtering in there right at daybreak. So that's interesting. Man, a lot of ducks.
So it is 7:25. Had a little doe come right past us just like we wanted. The problem was, like, you can shoot does up here, and I would have shot her, but the problem is I didn't see the deer until she was right behind JD. I thought it was a bobcat, to be honest, at first. All I could see was its feet, but it came within 20 yards of us, and I didn't even see it. I didn't even hear it until it was behind JD. We got some cool footage of it. But we're in a good spot. That's exciting. So we'll see what else we see.
So we sat up there for a couple hours. About 7:30, we had a little doe come in. Other than that, we didn't see a whole lot else. we're gonna get down and push back into the marsh a little more and see what all we can find back there. See if we can find some good hot sign for this afternoon hunt. And we're gonna go meet back up with Andrew and get something to eat and put together a plan for the afternoon.